I'm a Filipino living in Australia. Almost 4 years na rin as an OFW. And right now, I have 2 active investment accounts in the Philippines, called Financial and AAA Equities, plus a separate portfolio here in Australia on stake. I manage all 3 from 2 countries at the same time. But here's the thing. You don't have to choose between investing in the Philippines or investing wherever you are right now because the answer is both. At the same time, you can invest at the same time. I'm going to show you exactly how in this video. But before we get into the system, I want to name the number 1 reason most OFWs never actually start investing. It's not a lack of money, it's not a lack of knowledge, it's the paralysis of not knowing which country to invest in. Sa Pilipinas ba or dun sa abroad kung nasaan ka ngayon? And the worst part, you end up picking neither. Pero normal lang yan, and I think that feeling makes complete sense. Natatakot ka pa kasi wala nga nagturo sa'yo. Today, I'll show you exactly how to break out of it. When a Filipino moves abroad and starts earning foreign currency, the default move would be to send remittances back home, park whatever's left in savings, and that's it. Walang investment, walang portfolio. Just cash sitting there while inflation eats it quietly. And there's this question that sits in the back of every OFW's head. Do I invest here or back in the Philippines? That paralysis is super dangerous, guys, because at the end of the day, kung nasa Canada ka, you don't pick Canada, you also don't pick the Philippines. You end up picking neither. You're stuck. So when we moved to Australia, it was not clear if we wanted to settle here permanently. That was 3.5 years ago. There was a path to permanent residency. There was also a path to citizenship. Pero merong reluctance to say na, okay, we're staying here for good. Pero I did not let that stop me. Actually, in my first 3 months here, I made sure I could open an investment account immediately because I knew what waiting would cost me. That paralysis you're feeling right now is normal. It's shared. It's not your fault, guys. You've just been waiting for a system that nobody has shown you yet. Until now. So as I said earlier, I have 2 Philippine accounts, one with Call Financial and one with AAA Equities. Let me explain why I use both. Call Financial is like the stock market supermarket of the Philippines. Merong stocks, merong ETF, merong mutual funds, all in one place. The UI, hindi siya ganun kaganda, and I dunked on it several times in previous videos. But if you are just starting out, the barrier to entry is low enough. Just open an account and get going. AAA Equities naman is just for my personal redundancy. Sabi nga nila, don't put all your eggs in one basket. But I also just like the UI better. I mostly do swing trading here. I already have a system, so I don't even think about it. I just execute. I also want to mention FMETF, the only ETF in the Philippines. Think of it as the Philippine S&P 500. A basket that represents the entire stock market of the Philippines. You can buy it in both Call and AAA, and it's the simplest way to own the whole PSE. Right now in Call Financial, I can show you a screenshot over here. I also hold JFC and SMC. I actually bought more during the recent oil crisis. For REITs naman, I hold them for the predictable quarterly dividends. MREIT, CREIT, RCR, and AREIT. Another piece of my portfolio is MP2. But to be clear guys, MP2 is a savings program, hindi po siya investment, and I won't go deep into it today. So how do I manage both accounts while I'm here overseas? This is where you can copy my system. I use a platform called Wise to transfer to GCash, and then it arrives in seconds. Pagkatapos nun, GCash to BDO naman. After BDO, it's fair game. You can go to Call, you can transfer to Call via BDO, and you can transfer to AAA Equities via BDO. That's it, 3 steps lang. The entire chain takes minutes. Wise is available in most countries, so that includes, of course, Australia, Canada, Singapore, US. Okay din daw yung Maya instead of GCash, but I personally haven't tried it. If you want to see exactly how much your MP2 will be worth after 5 years, I made a free MP2 calculator you can use right now. It's in the description box below. Just plug in your numbers and it will show you the projection. It's completely free, so marami nang nag-download. Let's go back to the video. Tapos pag dumating na yung dividends ko, mostly from holding REITs, I don't withdraw. Ito yung important part. I reinvest everything. That keeps my buying power growing in the months I can't send money from Australia. Here's a valid question for an OFW. Why keep this Philippine portfolio active while living abroad? 3 reasons. First is peso security. Instead of letting my money sit in a Philippine bank doing nothing, I put it in the market and let it grow, ready for when I need to come back home or visit home, travel. Second, yung worst case insurance. Let's say for example, yung PR or yung citizenship namin dito, it does not come through and we have to go back. I already have a liquid asset in the Philippines. I don't have to wait for money to cross the border from Australia to the Philippines. Third, passive income in two places. REITs land dividends in the Philippines every quarter, and because I'm not 100% dependent on my Australian income, that peace of mind matters to me. Now let me zoom out a bit, because everything I've said so far applies also wherever you are. The two portfolio system travels with you. One in the Philippines, one in your host country. The pairing is always the same. One local index ETF and one global ETF. The tickers can change, but the logic never does. Here's a table you can refer to. Find your country, then see the local ETF and the global ETF. If you can't find your country, let me know in the comments po. I can help you do the research. Nilagay ko lang muna dyan yung mga first world countries na maraming Pilipino. For the US, it's VTI for local, VXUS for global. The platforms are Fidelity, Schwab, or Robinhood. For UK, ISF for the local ETF and SWDA for the global ETF. The platforms are Freetrade, Hargreaves Lansdowne, or AJ Bell. For Singapore, local ETF is ES3. The global ETF would be IWDA. You can buy this in Tiger Brokers or Moomoo. For Canada, it's XIC local ETF, XAW naman for the global ETF. Platforms, Questrade or Wealthsimple. And then in Australia, VAS for the local ETF, VGS for the global naman. I use Stake, but you can also use Perler or CMC Invest. Again guys, you don't need all 5. This is just a table. Just find your row and find your country. 2 ETFs in 1 broker account, that's the goal. Keep adding to it every month. That's it. That's your 2 portfolio system in the Philippines and 1 abroad. Let's zoom back into my Australian portfolio. I chose Stake for the $3 trading commissions. That's it. Low barrier, good platform. I was sold. I haven't tried ComSec or Perler yet, but I'm hearing really good things about them. I might open accounts in the future just to try them out. In Stake, I hold, nasabi ko na, VAS and VGS. That's my 2 ETF system. That's my core portfolio. Pero dahil gusto ko rin makapag-invest in individual stocks, I also hold JBH, TNE, and another ETF, IEM. I actually just started IEM. That's for the broader international exposure. Mostly in China, mostly in India, meron ding Taiwan. If you want, I can break down the full Stake portfolio in a separate video. Meron din mga nagtatanong na Australian friends, if I already have superannuation here in Australia, why do I need a separate broker? Ganito yung sagot dyan. Super is an automatic third layer. It's an investment, but I don't manage it. Stake is my active and accessible wealth building vehicle. The difference is really simple. The super is locked until retirement and I cannot touch it for decades. If I want to build and monitor and actually access my wealth before I'm 60, I need a broker. In this case, it's Stake. Let's talk about my current split. It's roughly 60% in the Philippines and 40% in Australia. The Australian side is catching up fast, lumalaki yung percentage, because here's how I think about it. The more of my life is anchored here, the more I build on the Australian side, the more I grow my portfolio here. In terms of rebalancing naman, I don't have a regular schedule. Dun sa Philippine accounts ko, every dividend stays in my account. It stays in the market. I never withdraw it. In Australia, I just keep buying VAS and VGS whenever I have money to buy. No trading, purely long-term play. Just buy and buy and buy. If there's one rule or one learning you can take away from this video, it's this one, guys. Never let either portfolio go completely inactive. Even if the contribution is tiny, just keep adding, just keep building, just keep growing. You will thank yourself later. Now let's talk about the common mistakes as an OFW when earning money. First is you send your money home as remittance. Tapos you're calling it helping the family. Pero wala ka namang binibuild for yourself. Yes, remittances matter. Maybe that's your first reason why you went and became an OFW in the first place. Pero remittances is not an investment strategy. Guilty rin po ako dito noon. When I moved to Australia, I stopped funding call and AAA for a period. Now, I've learned from that mistake and I've restarted topping up my buying power, treating the government pension as your investment or retirement plan. My advice for you is to start taking control of your finances as early as possible wherever you are in the world. Third is waiting until you've decided whether to stay in your country or babalik ka pa sa Pilipinas before starting your local stock market portfolio. You don't need to answer that. Don't let it block you guys. The two portfolio system works whether you stay or you go home later. To summarize, here's an assignment for you to start your two portfolio system. First, sa Philippines side, open Call Financial. That's the easiest way right now to access the whole PSE. Second, for my Australian OFWs, open Stake or Pearler this week. Buy VAS or VGS, just one. If you are not in Australia, if you are in Singapore, in Canada, US, or whatever, go back to the table, find your row, and then open an account with those platforms. And then buy one ETF. The goal isn't to be rich in one place, it's to be financially free wherever you are. If you reach this part, comment a world emoji so I know who stayed until the end. See you on the next one. Bye!